Hello everyone, this is Joni from Designs by Joni L, and just checking in to see how you are getting along today. And I'm working on another craft, and it is getting a little bit hard because I have to measure every little bit to see that my things are coming out right. And I'm still on the Easter theme with this one. And I have worked for quite a while, but it's hard to get these stones to stick like they're supposed to. And they keep falling off of the foam. So here I am just using a styrofoam cone, and I'm using stones that I bought at Old Time Pottery. And then I have some baby's breath that I have had for a long time, because it seems hard to find baby's breath as easily as you used to be able to find it. But I had two of these boxes put away, and I was very happy when I found these. And so I think that it will finish this project at least. But I will go ahead and what I'm planning on doing with this is I'm letting it represent the real true meaning of Easter, because to me Easter is about Christ dying on the cross. And so I was just thinking, I thought, what could I do to show something about him dying on the cross, and just for us. And so I thought, well, I could put his path that he walked while he was here. And I'm starting out at the bottom of it with a rather broad path, and I'm still having trouble learning how to function on this these cameras, which way to move. But as he started out as a child, he had sort of a broad path there. And he started out working, as most of us know, as a carpenter. And then as he grew up, he continued working like that. But when he was 12, he told his parents that he had to go about his father's business. And the path on this represents the way that he traveled while he was here on earth. And then to me, this is my own interpretation of the baby's breath. The baby's breath starts out with just a small amount of baby's breath, but then as it progresses, it gets bigger and bigger. And to me, the baby's breath represents the people's life that he affected along the way while he was here on earth, and the miracles that he performed, and the people whose souls he saved. So that's what this whole thing is representing to me, as Jesus's walk while he was here on earth. And as you can see, the stones are very uneven, and they're not, it's hard to see by being upright like it is. But it's totally uneven, and it's would be hard, I would think, if you were walking on that with your feet. And his journey was very hard for him as he traveled here. And so that's just my interpretation. When I get to the top of it, I plan on putting a cross up there. And the cross will say, it has only begun, because it didn't end when he was crucified on the cross and died. It just began. And we have that right now to have eternal life, because he was willing to give his for us. So that's what this whole thing is supposed to represent when I get through with it. But right now it's hard. It's causing me difficulties. And I guess that I shouldn't think that it would be easy, because I wouldn't think that the devil would want anything done for Jesus to be done very easily. So I'm just taking it with a grain of salt and moving on. And I would have been talking with you all earlier, but we've been having some nasty weather, and we've been having thunderstorms, and I know that a lot of Alabama is having very bad storms. And last night it was supposed to be very bad, but thank the good Lord it didn't get bad here. And I always tell everybody that I can't ask for God to send it somewhere else, because I can't ask for somebody else to be given my share of stuff, and so I only just ask that He will shorten the storm or move it somewhere where there are no houses, and or just take it back out to the ocean. And that's my prayer. We have a lot of things like that going on down here. That's one reason why I don't particularly like it here, because it's we have a good bit of storms. It didn't used to be like that though, but seems like anymore there's more storms coming in, and they're becoming more fierce and everything. And we have been down here now for about, I guess, around 18 years, something like that. It's hard to believe, but we built our house in 2001, and we had been here before then. So time is really marching on, as the saying is. Time waits for nobody, and it sure hasn't waited for us. And we're just trying to do some things that we want to do, and everything. And if I had my way, I would be back north, because I love the mountains, and I love the trees up there. And now, living where I do now, I still do have the change in the leaves when fall comes. That's one thing that I don't have to miss. Of course, it isn't as beautiful as it is up there, but it is pretty. We have a lot of maples and things like that down here. People really like their maple trees down here. And they wear boots. The first chance they get, the first time that it gets the least bit cool, they put on boots, because they love them, but they don't give the opportunity to wear them very often. So when it comes a little bit of cool weather, the boots are brought out, and they are donned, and people are wearing their boots. And I don't blame them. I always liked boots too. But I finally found a crocodile. I'm not changing the subject, but finally found a crocodile that does not contain that poisonous stuff. And I heard that they were discontinuing the ones that were being made with the poisonous stuff in them. And I think that's ridiculous that as many crafters as there are, that they would make things like that would be made of chemicals to endanger the lives of all the crafters, because there are quite a bit of crafters going around and doing their thing. And I saw it in another product. I forget what it was. I was going to try to remember that, but it seems like that they just don't pay any attention when it comes to crafters' things. They think that they can just put anything in it and go on, but I always look at the back of my things and check the warnings. And so I was able to get the crocodile, and it was the last one they had though, and it did not have any warnings at all on it saying anything about the bad materials in it. and I grabbed it. I was very happy to see that. I'm just hoping that they will put out a lot more of those, because there are people who still want them, just like I wanted one, because they do very good work. And so I'm really happy about that. And I hope that they start taking crafters more seriously. And when it can even cause birth defects, who would want to craft with something thinking that if they were to have children then, they would be deformed or something? That would be ridiculous. And I sure wouldn't want to craft with something thinking that if I were young enough to have children, they would be deformed or something like that, because that's always a parent's worst nightmares, thinking something's going to be wrong with their child. And so anyway, I'm glad that at least they're taking the others off of the market. And since I found that one, I'm thinking that they're probably going to put some more back on that does not have the stuff in it. So I may have to cut this off any time, because the skies are dark, 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 and everything looks black outside. And I just talked with my daughter, and she said, Mom, she said, it's supposed to be okay. And she said, we're not supposed to have any thunderstorms. She said, but you can't tell about those things, because one minute it will look like that, and then the next minute it's a different story. But I sure miss the mountains when it starts all that. That's for sure. I hope that you all have been having a lot of luck with your crafts that you're doing, and that you're thinking of all the good things you want to make, and all of your projects are being fruitful and helping you do all the things that you want to do. Ouch! I just burned my finger. And that is this glue. It sticks like, you can see, it sticks like glue, doesn't it? It's all, now the one that has the little grippers on, it doesn't bother it, but boy, oh boy, it sure does damage my fingers. That's what I'm saying. Those things fall off so fast, almost as fast as you can faster than you can put the glue in. Well, it seems like the glue, once it's out of there, it gets hard so much faster. And you can hardly give it time to do anything, to stick the stones down. I went ahead and did some of this so that you wouldn't have to watch all of this, all these spider webs, this whole thing being fixed. And I'm not going to ask you to watch it all again, but you can hear the stones as they're hitting, falling down on my mat. They have to be totally covered with that glue before they will stay. And I guess it's because they're heavy. Because this thing doesn't look like it would weigh much, but it really is pretty heavy. All these stones on here. I've been looking at some of your designs, and they really are beautiful. I saw a design that Angela Holt made, and I've watched her for a while, and she is one crafter that knows what she's doing. She is good. I love to watch her craft because you can always just about say, that little girl knows what she's talking about when she's putting her things together.